Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Aquarius in mid-August 2019. What's going on, Aquarius? How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. Alright, Aquarius, end of summer. How's it going? Hope it's going well. Mine is going... It's going. So hopefully you're having a good time, better than mine, maybe. I mean, mine's not awful, if I'm honest. It's not awful. So hopefully it's just as good as mine, if not so much better. Alright, Aquarius, I've shuffled off camera. That is your main spread there. I'm going to shuffle now on camera for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp is in the description box if you want to jump ahead. Also in the description is the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. But if you have a question before you place an order, you can email me at the same exact address and I will answer you post-haste. You had a hell of a fallout here. It's a lot, but let's take a look. 7 of Wands, King of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. Okay, so defensive energy with the 7 of Wands, things kind of being maybe clouded, not so clear, or just having a bit of a strife between you and other people or a particular person. 9 of Pentacles, slow-moving energy, slow-moving intentions, but usually honest and earnest intentions. But then 2 of Wands, guarded, and then the 3 of Cups, open and effusive and interested in union. So Aquarius, there might be like this back and forth or sort of this jumbled, confusing energy between you and another person or you and other people. There might be this feeling of wanting to be open, but then not being sure how to approach being open. There might be this desire to be serious, to be more committed, but then not knowing how to approach that, or feeling pushed away, rejected in some way, or worrying about the potential rejection if you go forward with a solid offer of commitment, whether that be romantic or any other situation or any other area of your life, okay? Look at me doing a speed read of 4 cards. Because that many, I was like kind of wanting to put it back, but you know, I had put this down, so sometimes I do things subconsciously, and I'm like, oh, that means I had to read it. So anyway, guys, shuffle now for your outcome, and let's see what's going on, all right? I want to see the outcome for Aquarius in mid-August 2019. Aquarius's outcome in mid-August 2019, please show me. Wow, not wanting to come out. So somebody's a little shy. Because, I mean, you can see those 4 cards are down there. They're face down already. This is, there it goes. It took me a while to get to that. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. So that reserved thing I was feeling, that pushed back or held back thing with those 4 cards in the fallout there, I don't know. Maybe that's going on for you. This came as a side position, so let's see how it's going to go on the table. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Everything came face down. So, I don't know. I'm like really guided to talk about how everything is face down. Things are hidden. Things are not clear. Things are just tight to the vest, tight to the chest, okay? Let's flip. See what's going on. This is all kinds of not in line. Oh, I'm about to have a little OCD moment. And I don't have OCD or anything like that, so I don't want to minimize someone's true experience with that. I apologize if someone might be a little offended by that. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. All right, where's Aquarius in mid-October? My bad, mid-August. Mid-August 2019, where's Aquarius? Please show me. Okay, thank you. Well, that makes sense. What was I saying? Closed off. You know, things are hidden. Things are not at the forefront. 4 of Swords you come in with. So Aquarius, Four of Swords, rest period. Some of you are on vacation, literally on a vacation. You've unplugged from the world. You've left your cell phone on silent, on airplane mode. You know, you've turned off your social media. You know, you got that office email that says, I will not be returning until, you know, September 5th or something like that. But there's really like this unavailable energy here. You're unavailable because you've got things that you need to work on for yourself or within yourself on your own time, within your own capabilities or you know, time and attention. You have to deal with something by yourself. So people might be reaching out to you whether you're actually on vacation or not. Like if you're on vacation literally and you're like out of the state, out of the country, whatever it is, you know, that's a little more obvious. But for those where you can't, you know, take time off of work and you can't really, you know, fully disappear or fully disconnect from the world, you will have people sort of coming up like how this coffin is here, like literally knocking on your coffin saying, hey, Aquarius, are you available? Hey, Aquarius, I need to talk to you. Aquarius, let's do this, let's do that. And you're just going to be like, no. And not in a bad way, not in a negative way, not in even like a emotional way. Like you're just being very solidly like, no. And if you're not saying no, I think most Aquariuses don't have a problem with saying no, but if you're having to, you know, oblige people, you have obligations, you have responsibilities. I mean, you have a job to keep, you have social things you have to, you know, follow up on and appointments and all that kind of stuff. You're very reserved. If you're present and you're around people, you're very reserved. You're very quiet. You're very much in your head. You're very much having an inner dialogue, or what I'm seeing more is like this internal like council meeting, like of all the different sides and facets of Aquarius's personality. Like you guys are having a summit and you're really like, you know, there's like this viral video that I've seen on YouTube and Facebook of this woman, I think her name is Jennifer, and her it's like Juggling the Jenkins, I think is her YouTube channel. Shout out to her. If you guys know her, I think that's the name of the YouTube channel. And I think she's done like one or two of these videos where it's like a morning meeting while her body is asleep. Her brain holds this morning meeting between like her anxiety, her depression, her God, what other aspects are there? But just the different aspects of her personality. And they hold this morning meeting and they basically take into account all the ways and that they can assure that she has a day full of panic and anxiety and frustration and sadness and anger. And like these different emotional sides of herself are like saying, well, this is what I can do and this is what I can bring to the table. And this other side, so, oh yeah, and when you do that, I can do this thing. And then that'll really like screw her day up. It's a really funny video. It's really tongue-in-cheek. A lot of people obviously find it relatable, but you're having a similar thing going on where, you know, either in your sleep or while you're sitting at your desk, you know, typing away, or you're, you know, at your, you know, crafting station, crafting away, you're just like the different sides of yourself are having this organized meeting, deciding on what to do next. The Four of Swords is a energy, is a card that finds us resting and reflecting on what has happened, what has transpired to us or within our lives, what has transpired within our lives, and how we are going to move forward based on that previous experience, based on that previous information, based off of everything that we have come to know and understand about ourselves or about this aspect of our lives, and what are we going to do going forward. So it's I hesitate to use the word evaluation because, again, I don't think that this is very conscious of you, Aquarius. I think that to some degree, unbeknownst to you, this is going on. And some of you, and the reason I say that because I think what's manifesting is you're kind of in a lull. You know, your energy might be low to mid-low. You're not as exuberant and excited about things. You're just kind of meh about things, or you're just kind of okay about things. You're just like running, you know, cruising speed. You're cruising down the highway, or you're cruising down the byway in the right lane, not the left lane. Okay, you're doing the speed limit, maybe 5 over the speed limit. You're not going crazy. Yeah, you're definitely taking as many pit stops as you choose. You're in no rush to get anywhere. And you know, it's interesting for you, Aquarius, because I don't know what you're evaluating on, or what you're mulling over, or what subconsciously is being mulled over by you. And you might not even know. It's important, though, I tell you that. It's very important because, thank you, it's sealed off, right? This guy is like putting stakes in the coffin, putting nails in the coffin. So it's important. It's being sealed off. It's being protected? Sure, protected. But it's being separated. This aspect of yourself is happening. You may or may not be aware of it, and it's so important. Whatever is being decided at that summit, that council meeting of the different sides of Aquarius is very important. Oh, boy. Okay, yeah. So here, now we get into it. Because Aquarius, from the side, either something peripheral in your life, or from the side as in just happened, just occurred, Tower. Tower card. So secondary major arcana card for Aries. So some of you might be dealing with an Aries, but you don't have to be. And I always forget. Every time I see this card, I'm like, oh, I need to look that up. There's an artist. I don't know their name, but this card mimics that style and mimics that illustration, or that depiction of. I wish I remembered. I never remember to look it up. I should keep a pen and paper nearby so I can write shit down, but I don't. But there's like a ton of staircases here, right? Tons of pathways here. But it's discombobulating. It's confusing. It's heavy on the eye. You know, to make heads or tails of this is kind of a tall order, or, you know, you could lose your way trying to navigate through this card. So, your Tower moment, again, you could have experienced this peripherally, like something could be going on in the world, Aquarius, and this would be a little bit in your wheelhouse. You could be observing things in the daily news, in the world news, and it's topsy-turvy out there, right? And that has you kind of now in this reflective mode, whether you realize it or not. Things that are happening politically, things that are happening in terms of government and in terms of social justice issues across the world, or even local to you. It's not affecting you directly, but you're aware of it, and it disturbs you. Now, the Tower moment could have affected you more, you know, close to home, you know, could be something you've experienced firsthand. Whatever it is, the Tower equals a shakeup. And the Tower equals necessary shakeups, yeah? Things that have to sort of go awry or get kind of turned up on its head in order to spur progress, in order to spur some type of change, some type of development, some type of evolution, okay? If it happened to you personally, it's way out of left field. Like, you definitely didn't expect it. And it knocked you for a loop. Might have taken the wind out of your sails. And it lingers. You know, a lot of times the Tower can be like a one and done, not a one and done, but like it hits, well, I guess I never mind, that's for me. Because they're like, well, you say that sometimes. It's like, okay, fine. We'll discuss it later, guys. Anyway, this Tower for you, Aquarius, is lingering. So again, with the world news, you know, something could have happened, you know, last Wednesday, and now, you know, I'm filming this on a Sunday, and this might not have a resolution in terms of world news for like another 2 weeks or another, you know, 4 days. You don't know. So it lingers, and the news coverage will eventually taper down, and you're going to have to source out information if you want to keep up on the story. But it lingers in your life. Something has happened, Aquarius. If it's more direct of an impact on you, it has hit, but the dust has not fully settled. And you still can't make heads or tails of it. You recognize something has hit. You recognize that the Tower moment has happened. But what is it? Why is it? It's like that scene from the Avengers. Where's Gamora? Who's Gamora? what does he say? Wise Gamora or something like that. But that's basically it. You were just like applying the who, what, where, when to this tower moment. And a lot of you are really stuck on the why. A lot of you are stuck on the who or the what. Like, you know something has shifted, or you know something has impacted you, but you're not really sure who all was involved. So you could be dealing with like some shady people, or you could be dealing with people that are lying, and therefore you can't make heads or tails of who has your back and who has really been, you know, by your side and been a stand-up person to you, and who's been like a conniving, lying SOB. So you're not sure, you know, who to trust. Regardless of what the tower is and when and where and all that, the lingering is here, and it shoves you, for lack of a better word, it really shoves you into that coffin. It really pushes you into this, I'm on vacation, I need a break, I need a timeout, and I need to reflect. I need to do some internal revenue here. But again, I think a lot of you are experiencing this on a subconscious level. You're not even aware of the meeting, of the summit that's going on inside of you, but it's going on. Now, the tower moment is above this Queen of Cups. Water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You might be dealing with a water sign, but you don't have to be. And this Queen of Cups is, okay, wow, there it is. Well, there that is. Very quick for some of you. Some of you, you've had a Queen of Cups. It doesn't have to be a water sign, by the way, but it's more the quality of the person, less about the sign. Someone has offered their heart to you, and that is the tower moment. Someone has come to you with a love offer, come to you with a declaration, come to you, you know, heart in hand, saying, hey, Aquarius, I love you. Hey, Aquarius, I like you. Hey, Aquarius, I miss you. Or I've missed you. Or I'm missing you even though we're in the same room with each other, you know, 3 days out of the week. And, you know, whatever it is, this person is being very forward with their emotional interest in you, or their emotional investment with you, how they care about you, how they love you. And that has shocked you. Tower shocked the shit out of you. Knocked you into that coffin. Maybe as a defense mechanism, maybe as, you know, a reaction that's sort of based in fear or anxiety, or in some cases uncertainty, right? Because I don't know what's going on inside that Four of Swords energy, other than evaluation, other than let's have a little summit. All parts of Aquarius's personality, please report, because we need to see what the hell's going on out here, you know? And the Queen of Cups outside, again, doesn't matter what the sign is, the Queen of Cups is outside, still offering this, is still available to you in this way, this very forward yet vulnerable. This person is very forward and vulnerable at the same time. Like, they're sensitive, they could be very loving and effusive towards you or towards other people, and that's almost like to their detriment. You know, they might take this risk, but they know it's a risk. Like, literally, if someone walked up to you with their heart, and you know, that's kind of I don't want to say brave or weird. What is it? It's a calculated risk. Okay, sure, we'll say that. Calculated risk. Because this person knows, I could offer my heart to Aquarius and they could, like, you know, take it out of my hand and, like, stomp it on the ground, set it on fire, and shoot it off in a rocket out into space. You know, me just offering it, this person knows, me just offering it is not an indicator for success. This person is hopeful. This person is very, very hopeful that you would return their feelings. But because it's created this tower moment, and because you're in this sabbatical, vacation, I'm not available energy, it's probably not the reaction they were hoping for. And that is like heavily for those where this is a romantic component. It does not have to be purely, this Queen of Cups does not have to purely come to all of you Aquariuses in a romantic sense. It does not have to be a potential lover or partner right now. It could just be a friend. You know, hey, Aquarius, you're my best friend, I love you. And you're like, we're friends, but do we have to say we love each other? Like, you could be off-put by that, and this person's just so emotionally forward. And again, I'm also getting like, you know, it could be like a family person. This could be like your mom or like your cousin or your brother. It does not have to be a female, but this person is very like heart forward, super heart forward. And that like has you, some of you running for the hills. Now, I'm also getting, okay, that's how that applies. Because again, this tower moment could be peripheral to your situation. So this person could have offered their heart within the tower moment and it has nothing to do with you. So in some cases, you might be watching people protest in the news. You might be watching people, like, you know how across your social media, a lot of times you'll get like the heartwarming story of the week, you know, to offset all the awful news that is carried over, 95% of the airwaves all the time. So you get like these heartwarming stories. So this could be like someone you've never met, like some little kid who's like, you know, spending their lunch money to give food to homeless people in their city. This could be someone doing nonprofit work across the seas, you know, providing or building shelters or building hospitals with their expertise. This is someone who gives to disabled situations. So humanitarian, basically, this person would be. Philanthropic, this person would be. And for some of you Aquariuses, you... I think in both cases, you feel unworthy of this person's energy or you're just not on their level. You feel, some of you. And I'm not sure why. I don't know how that helps you. I'm not sure. Well, I'm not even sure that it's meant to help you. I think I'm just here to point that out, that for some of you, this is an insecurity thing. Because this person is so giving, whether they know me directly or not, whether they're offering their heart to me or they're offering their heart to the world, you just feel insecure next to them or in their vicinity or even to be, you know, in this world with them. Like some of you are, and again, Aquarius, you have that big scope. You have a very big scope across the world. You see the universe, you see beyond the world, you see the universe, you know what I mean? So, and if it's not you, you know, I'm saying you Aquarius, because again, you started there. This could be reverse, guys. It's a general reading. You know your life better than I do. If you're the one who's walking out here offering your heart to people and they're running for the hills, you know that. So just to clarify, by the way, because some people seem to think a general reading is a personal, and it's not. So anyway, so whoever is offering their heart, in some cases, leaves the Four of Swords person in a place of insecurity. Not jealousy, not envy, just like bad self-esteem, or poor self-esteem rather. Not feeling equal, not feeling anywhere near equal to what this person is offering, or can offer, or the capabilities of who the Queen of Cups is. It's very interesting. Now this Empress, what's going on here? Final card in the main spread is the Empress in reverse. I'll show you this upright. But it's here. Oh! Okay. So the positioning, right? Because again, I feel that this Queen of Cups has a hand in the tower or has some type of presence in the tower. It might not be in some cases, like I said, it's like this love offer, this admission, this declaration caused a tower moment. In other cases, she's just trying to combat a tower moment with her offer, with her compassion. Yeah. So this is kind of in line with her. I feel that this Empress is in line with you, and this Empress in reverse would, there we go, talk about that tangent I had there just a moment ago about insecurity and how this Four of Swords is highlighting your insecurity, or is a manifestation of your insecurity. You going on vacation, not literally, but you kind of taking a sabbatical within your own head, within your own heart, within your own consciousness. You're on a extended vacation. Is a manifestation because of this Empress in reverse. This lack of confidence, this lack of feeling worthy, of feeling abundant, of feeling as if you have some type of effectiveness from a from an emotional or a compassionate standpoint. You know, the Empress, when she's in her upright, she has all the world to give and more. You know, she possesses herself, she possesses her own abundance, and she's willing and able to share it with anybody that she chooses, especially those that she loves. When she's in the reverse, she doesn't believe that, she doesn't believe she has anything to offer, she becomes maybe ornery or standoffish or a little detached, aloof, right? And so, oh, and Empress, I'm sorry, Major Arcana is associated, this Major Arcana is associated with Taurus and Libra, so some of you might be dealing with one of those signs, but you don't have to be. So the garden, so to speak, is kind of dried up here. The garden is not tended to. There's lots of weeds everywhere. There's dead patches of grass. The fruit is shriveled on the vine. And it's just like, because the Empress has checked out. The Empress has gone off somewhere and she's neglecting her work. You know, she sits pretty on this throne, right? In her upright. She sits pretty up on that throne and she looks kind of comfortable and casual, but she also tends to that garden. We just happen to catch her on a break. We just happen to catch her on her little lunch break. She regularly, or not regularly, but she doesn't get where she is without hard work. So the irony here, I think, Aquarius, is that you believe either to match what the Queen of Cups is offering you or to be as effective a person in the world as the Queen of Cups, you have to kind of do one better and be the Empress, the queen of all queens, right? She's above each queen in the minor arcana, right? So you feel you have to be elevated to a certain, or be on a certain level to get with this person, either romantically or in some type of other partnership, or to get with them in terms of and be another helpful humanitarian across the world in your community, whatever. I feel that's not necessary, because this Queen of Cups is offering. She's not asking. Well, I guess she is asking, but she's offering. She's not looking for much in return. This Queen of Cups is very giving. So your feeling that you have to match this person, I think, is again anchored in some type of insecurity. That this person doesn't have that expectation of you to be the Empress. Not to say they have no expectations. If they don't, they're a fool. But whatever you're feeling that you have to match them or be better or to be, you know, at some higher status level or more capable than you are, I feel it's really your thing, your hang up. Not a blame, by the way. It's just what I feel. You know? What you're meant to do with that, how you're meant to process that, I'm not sure. But as far as the Queen of Cups is concerned, you know, she's not looking for you to be just like her or better than her or anything like that. And think of, and how can I quantify this? If it was down to like just money, if it was down to, you know, oh God, the word has gone from me. What do you call it? Donations. There you go. Making a donation or like a GoFundMe or something like that. You know, if this person is running a fundraiser, that's the word I wanted. Fundraiser. This person was the head of a fundraiser. And you know, other people who show up, they're going to give $100, they're going to give $200, $1,000, whatever. And all you've got to give is 50, 25, 10. You don't even want to go. You don't want to like embarrass yourself by like handing someone a $20 bill as they're taking in the donations, as they're passing around the collections. Yeah? You know other people are dropping hundreds in the basket or writing out checks for hundreds. And you feel insecure. And I'm like, but that's not the point. The point of any type of fundraiser, the point of giving donations, the point of philanthropy is every little bit counts. If all you have is $5, if all you have is $1, it still shows solidarity towards the effort. That's just to illustrate what this queen, I think, would be after. Now, if that's in terms of love, it might be a little trickier in terms of like a relationship, because if they're giving like 100% and you're showing up, baby, I got 30%. That's not necessarily great. But in terms of something like a fundraiser or giving out to a community for the greater good, every little bit counts. Yeah? Now your outcome for mid-August, Aquarius, you have the Seven of Swords. Now look at that, which I think is interesting. And the Seven of Swords does not always mean that. But what do we have over here in that Four of Cups? We have a closed coffin. Now we have an open coffin. And this guy, he could be going in, but, you know, for the sake of the art I feel that this is a coming out. Now, what's coming out? Who's coming out? Oh, what's that say there? Hope? Reflection? Oh. So, that's what's written there on the top of the coffin there, on the inside, yeah? Hope, reflection. This is interesting because, you know, the Seven of Swords does not traditionally mean this. I think this is a wising up. This is a waking up. This is, you know, emerging from the coffin after having time to reflect, after having time to evaluate, to sort of, you know, let that summit of Aquarius's different parts of Aquarius's different personality traits come together and sort of not make a decision, but come to some type of revelation, yeah, some type of I don't want to say it's a decision, because I'm not sure that you're going to necessarily do anything or say anything. Well, maybe you will. Maybe you will. But it's honesty, which again is not traditionally what the Seven of Swords means. It's being honest. It's getting honest with yourself. It's getting honest with other people around you. And it's sort of, you know, coming from this place of I've had time to think. I've had time to ponder. I've had time to really consider the ins and outs of this thing, and this is what I believe going forward. This is what I intend to do going forward. Something like that. So it's this really is that it? Because the Seven of Swords, again, traditionally does not mean this. And in fact, it's mostly the opposite of everything I've said, which is to not act honestly, to err on the side of deception and manipulation. And I feel that there's someone who's coming away from that. Could be you, could be someone else, could be just the energy that you're going to pick up is to no longer be apathetic, right? You know, the Seven of Swords can be quite apathetic, can be very like aloof and just like, who cares about anything, traditionally speaking. But this, I feel, is like a turning away from that energy. Again, waking up from it. Having time to really consider the details and saying, you know what, I'd rather be honest about it, or I'd rather be upfront about this, or I'd rather be proactive in these ways. Whatever is happening, whoever's deciding. That's kind of what I feel. And they're alone. So this is a solitary action or a solitary decision. It has nothing to do, well, it does have to do with other people, but it really could not have been decided on with other people around. So again, Aquarius, you're either literally on a vacation, or you are figuratively on vacation, and you are sorting things out within your own head, and other people are on standby, waiting for whatever decision you're going to make, waiting for whatever changes you're going to enact, waiting for whatever revelations you're going to reveal to them. Overall energy, here comes the other people, is the Five of Swords. So overall, there has been tension, there has been strife, there has been disagreement. And in this case, or in the depiction of this card, you can see there's been like just attacks and people put on the defense. So in terms of what we were talking about earlier with the Tower and the Queen of Cups, from a humanitarian worldview perspective, this could be talking about, you know, those social justice issues that you're watching in the news, that you're reading about in the news. This could be political issues. This could be strife and certain conditions within your local community that mean something to you. And it's adversarial energy. You know, you have many sides here. You've got, you know, the city council. You've got the mayor's office. You have local businesses. You've got yourself. You're involved because it affects, you know, maybe your neighborhood or your taxes or whatever. Everybody has a dog in the fight, allegedly, right? With the Five of Swords. But it's needless strife. It's needless disagreements, you know, because it's usually done from a egotistical. It's usually someone there is self-serving. Someone there is pressing an agenda that doesn't have to be pressed. Someone is adhering to certain beliefs or positions that don't necessarily need adherence, don't need to be held up, but it's like the principle and the pridefulness of it that gets in the way. Yeah. So that all translates it into, again, from a world perspective, from that humanitarian thing, you have people who will defend a person, political, community leader, religious leader, whoever, will defend a side, will defend a person that is indefensible, based on the principle of, well, due to this person's position in our company or in our society, we must respect blah, 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 and we must do these things. Do you though? Do you though? Like, where's the integrity? Where's the values, right? So that's how that works out on a bigger scale. On the personal scale, where this is a Queen of Cups who has offered their heart and their allegiance to you, their partnership to you, their love and affection to you, and you've kind of had to backtrack. This Five of Swords, I feel, would be concern on either of your sides or both of your sides, where someone might be telling that Queen of Swords, hey, Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, might be telling this Queen of Cups, hey, listen, you know, Aquarius is not there for you. They're not offering you anything in return. You should just leave them be, and why are you doing this? So there's criticism. This is more coming down to criticism in the personal, more direct, you know, line of fire, the Tower moment with you. This is critique and criticism from your side of the issue, from their side of the issue, from both sides of the issue. There's just like this over involvement of other people's opinions, and I don't know why that's there. Because I feel that for you and for the Queen of Cups, that kind of doesn't matter, but it's there. So maybe it's like a headache. Maybe it's just like inconvenient and like kind of annoying. And maybe that could be why some of you, you know, have gone on this sabbatical. You know, you're just like, everybody's in my ear about this. Everybody has an opinion about this, and I don't want to hear everybody's opinion. I just want to make up my own mind about this situation, right? Aquarius, that is your mid-August reading. Did you like it? Maybe you did. If you did, there's a like button down below. Be sure to hit that for me, please. You can leave a comment below letting me know how this reading resonated in your life. I would love to read that. You can also share this video across your social media platforms. Let other people know you're watching my stuff and you like it. And of course, if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. That way you're up to date on all the videos that I upload to the channel, guys. Aquarius, I will be back in about a week and a half, 2 weeks to do the September readings, and then after that the mids, and then so on and so forth until your birthday, because that'll be the next like personal thing I have going on for you. The only other thing I have planned is to do a live for Virgo in mid-September for their birthday messages. I did it with Leo last week, and so I plan to do it with all the signs. So that will happen. That will be kind of announced here on the channel. You'll see it. So you're welcome to come and hang out, but you don't have to because it's not for you anyway. So if you don't want to be involved in anything that isn't meant for you, I do not blame you. But just to give you guys a heads up on what that is going to be for, okay? All right, Aquarius, I thank you again so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.